What's up, fellas? It's your man, point guard Stephen Bardo. Hope you guys doing well. I'm so happy to come to you today. I know that in my last live, or my last video, I wasn't quite as animated as I normally am. So I'm going to get back to my normal way of doing things. Hope you guys doing well today. We're going to talk about why it's important to really understand, like, how can I put this without, no, I'm just going to say it. The importance of understanding the true meaning of age. Okay. Here's why I say that. We have been led to think that 50s is middle age. And I'm going to get into the life expectancy of Black men here in a minute, but we're taught to think that middle age is in the 50s. It's not, guys. It's not. Middle age, let me pull this up for you, because I don't think a lot of people really understand this. And I've had that, I put this in another video I did a lot earlier, like back in the summer, but I don't think people really picked up on it. Guys, here's the life expectancy for Black men. 69 years, the last census in 2022, is down from 72 years in 2011. COVID-19 had something to do with that, I'm sure. Just how the healthcare system is kind of getting run down a little bit. So I don't think the care is as good. So there's a lot of determining factors to that. But when we talk about this, guys, we think that middle age is in your 50s. If life expectancy for Black men is 69, then middle age is 38, 34, 35. So start to rework your mind there a little bit. If this is your first time joining, my name is Stephen Bardo. I'm a championship leader. I'm a point guard. I'm a sovereign Black man. And that's what we here at Next Chapter Forward strive to be, is a community of Black men who are seeking sovereignty. Sovereignty can look a lot of different ways, but to me, sovereignty is having the ability to relocate to a place where you feel welcome and respected, to have your financial affairs in check, to be taking care of your health, to be loving and communicative with your family members, even if you leave the country. Okay, that's what sovereignty means to me. All right. I'm a former NBA point guard, played 10 years of professional basketball. The coffee breaks from the NBA. I wasn't in the NBA long, Dallas, Detroit, and San Antonio, but I played in Italy, Spain, France, Germany, and Venezuela overseas. So, I've made this transition, guys, because I know that I'm not the only Black man over 50 that felt strong enough to bounce, to leave the country. Okay. I know there's a lot of you out there, and these are some of the ways that I can connect with you. Okay. Now, so guys, if we're 50 plus, and obviously there's going to be some of us that will live a lot longer than 69, creator willing, but that's the average. So let's work off averages. Let's work off numbers, because numbers aren't emotion. Numbers are concrete, and we can measure that, right? So if you're in your 50s and you can work to 65, but then let's just say you live to 80 and you work to 65, that means you've worked at least 45 years in the United States as a Black man. So after 65, let's say you live to 80, you got 15 years to live the rest of your life. Okay. Now, when you come across knowledge like this, I want you to think about something very strongly, because I had the job that most men would want to have. I was a college basketball and NBA commentator on national television. I worked for 3 national networks. I've worked with all of them throughout my 25-year career on television, But in the last iteration was NBC Sports, Fox Sports, and Big Ten Network. And I loved my job, guys. I was one of the best in the business at it. Loved it. But the weight of racism, the microaggressions, the aggressiveness, I started thinking like, I can do this job until they fire me. They were trying to rehire me for another 2-year contract, all 3 networks. And I bounced. I left. I couldn't take it anymore, guys. And I have enough money. I'm not rich by any means by American standards. I'm not rich. But if I walked outside the United States and showed people what I have, they would consider me rich. Okay. Now, I've got enough. So my thinking is, do I really want to continue doing this while I have to worry about traveling and things like that? So you may have a job that you love. You may have the house, the car, the pension, the family's healthy. You may have everything, but you're still feeling a little off. You know deep down inside that there's something better. You've been on YouTube. You've seen other people that have had success leaving the country. You may even know some brothers that have left the country and you talk to, and they all of them tell you, well, not all of them, because 9 times out of 10, that one person they may pick the wrong country. They may not be properly prepared to live outside the United States. But 9 times out of 10, just like when I heard my dad, when he retired, and we were worried about him because he's a busybody, my family and me were worried about Dad when he was going to retire because he likes staying busy. After 2 years of retirement, I asked him, Dad, how you doing? He said, man, I was about to curse because he was like, man, I should have done this 5 years ago. All the men that I respected growing up, they all said the same thing when they retired. They should have done it a long time ago. Now, my father's still alive and very healthy. Thank the Creator. But there are a lot of other people that I know that worked to 65. They got to 65. They retired. And within 5 or 7 years, they died. I don't know whether it wasn't that they didn't have a focus. I don't know what it was. It could have been health related. But I've seen that. That's not an unusual scenario, guys. So what is that? What's that piece that's missing for you? Put in the comments what you think is missing. If you're one of these guys that got everything, but you know deep down inside there's something there, put it in the comments. Now, here's some of the things that we need to be concerned with. Healthcare concerns. There's a reason, fellas, why we're on the last on the totem pole in terms of health. A lot of them are systemic, but some of them we do to ourselves with our diets, our lack of exercise, not removing ourselves from stress and stressful people and situations, for loyalty reasons. You might be married and you and your spouse loved each other when you got married, but can't stand each other now. You're staying in that situation for whatever reason. And it's causing you stress. It's causing you health concerns with your body. We've guys, okay, let me paint a picture for you. There's Leonard, and Leonard's 57 years old. He makes probably $200,000 to $250,000 a year. Highly successful as an agent, a sports agent. And so what happens with Leonard is that when he goes and looks at his clients play in these NBA games, they eat after the game because NBA lifestyle is different. Like it's heavily skewed towards the evening. So Leonard's eating late. He's eating steaks and a lot of meat. He's getting up early because he's got to get on the road to get to the next location, or he's got to get back in the office. He can't sleep in. So he's eating poorly late at night. He's not getting the rest that he needs. He's not exercising, and he's putting his body through stress with the constant travel. Okay. Now, Leonard may love what he's doing, but if he doesn't make any changes, That's not going to last long, guys. A lot of black men are walking time bombs, and you guys know it. We're there are several factors in my mind that make us the way that we are. Tuskegee experiment is one of them. That was a very painful thing that happened to black Americans, and we don't forget. And so there's a natural distrust towards the healthcare system in America. Guys, I'm here to tell you something. I haven't been to all countries outside the United States, but for Mexico, Colombia, Ghana, Portugal, Spain, Italy. These are all the countries that I've been to. Japan, and worked in, lived and worked in, and been to. These places are better suited. They listen to us. They respect us more. Okay. So if you've got health issues, but you want to relocate, don't concern yourself thinking that you're not going to get the care that you need if you leave the United States. Because there are a lot of countries that do a fantastic job with healthcare. Right. And I'm going to go get some of those experiences for you and bring them back to you, brothers, so that you understand that this is possible. Let me tell you something else about my personal story that was really, really tough, guys. Okay. I love my job. I played in the Big Ten. I played at the University of Illinois and damn proud of it. Right. Met my wife, my ex-wife, but met my wife there, graduated from there. Created great contacts. My oldest son went to school there, right? I got a lot from playing at the University of Illinois and playing in the Big Ten Conference. Now, fast forward to what I was doing up until last year about this time. When you travel to Big Ten places outside of Minneapolis and Los Angeles, where UCLA and USC are, and Seattle, where University of Washington is. Rutgers, because that's Piscataway is in that New York, New Jersey area. Those four areas are major metropolitan areas. But the rest of the Big Ten schools are not in large areas, guys. These are upper Midwest places that, quite frankly, can be scary for black people. I'm talking Iowa City, Iowa, Champaign, Illinois, Bloomington, Indiana, East Lansing, Michigan, Lincoln, Nebraska, which is a larger area. It's not quite as small as some of these other ones, but guys, these places have consistent racial incidents, right? Columbus, Ohio is a big city. Let me put that in there. But I saw one of the worst aggressive actions by police of any place I've ever seen. I'm in Columbus, Ohio last year. I go to this same strip mall area that is not far from the hotel that we normally stay in when we do Ohio State basketball games. So I go to this strip mall, and as I pull in, there's a black couple that's in the car that's parked. They got a police cruiser behind them, and the police officers have the doors open, and they're inside. They're standing, but the doors open, so they're on the car jam with their guns pointed at this car. So I'm like, dang, what did I just roll up on? So I go and park, and I see it's a black couple in the car. So I pull out my phone and record. Guys, in about 45 seconds to a minute, there were about 30 police cars and cruisers that rolled up on that parking lot. 30. I'm not joking. I've got the video. I can play it for you. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up. Because these dudes were laughing at me, man. Because I was hot. I was like, bro, look, they go and tell the driver, get out, put your hands up, drop to your knees. They walk up to him, frisk them, nothing. They pull him back in the cruiser. Passenger, get out of the car. She gets out of the car. She's shaking. Hands on your head, right? She does exactly what they say. Get on your knees. She got on her knees. They rifle through her belongings. Nothing. They put her in the cruiser. They go in their car. They found nothing. And these police officers are laughing. Here's what I think happened. It was a young police officer that was on the driver's side of the original police, right? I'm trying to pull this up, guys, because I want to show it to you as close to the camera as I possibly can. And so the police officers are walking away laughing. What I think happened was a young officer, he got overzealous, right? And his overzealousness damn near cost a black couple their lives. And when I saw the police officers laughing and they saw I was recording, they're looking at me like, yeah, what? You can record, so what? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. Man, I think I might have erased it, guys, because I had PTSD every time I looked at it. I think I might have erased it. But it was traumatic for me. And I wasn't being arrested. Just those incidents like that in law enforcement, walking away laughing, right? I do a game in Omaha, Nebraska. And if you know anything about the geography of Omaha, Omaha is in the farthest eastern portion of the state of Nebraska. Right next to it is Iowa. So when you go across the river from Omaha, you get to Council Bluffs, Iowa. Guys, it looked like the night of the living baseheads. I'm locking. That's one of the first times that white folks made me lock my doors. They looked like they had no hope. Dressed in pajamas. I mean, their eyes are really steely. Like they'd seen some stuff, man. And those are the areas that I had to go through all the time. In the last 2 or 3 years, it really became nerve-wracking. Because, guys, if you haven't noticed, I think a lot differently than most people. And I'm a forward thinker. I look at information that helps me project what's going to happen in the future. And I knew it wasn't going to get any better. And, you know, you got the orange blimp in the office. You knew it wasn't going to get any better. It's only going to get worse, right? And I'm 57. I got my dream job. I'm making great money. But I said, you know what, guys? I got to go. I got to go. Do you feel that way? Put your comments, type your comments in. I want to hear them, okay? I also hear this. Oh, I should have left a long time ago. Maybe, but you can't do anything about the past. All you can do is move forward, right? When I got down here to Mexico and experiencing this, and my PTSD was settling down and my central nervous system was calming down, I thought the same thing, like, man, why didn't I do this years later? Don't focus on that. Don't focus on what you should have done or could have done. That's in the past. Next chapter forward. We're moving forward. I'm trying to get you guys to envision the next chapter of your lives being what you want it to be. Okay? What you want it to be. Okay, hold on. We got a couple comments up here. Oh, what's up, Andrew? That's a sad fact, but so true. I agree. And Andrew, we know what it is, right? As brothers, we know what it is. Appreciate hearing about the places to avoid in the U.S. or abroad and the best places too. Okay. That will be another video, Andrew. I'm going to do that for you. Best places to go and best place to avoid. Thank you for that input. This is what burns me up, guys. Now, I get a lot of comments from white people because my content and my information and my services are geared towards black men. But I get white people commenting all the damn time, and it gets on my nerves. You shouldn't run away. You should stay and fight. What am I fighting for? So another flight attendant can get me kicked off a flight while I'm on my way to work? so I can get pulled over by a young police officer that's got that's trigger happy, and I get killed for no reason. I'm gonna fight for a country that took away the right for a woman to choose what she wants to do with her own body. I'm gonna fight for that. I'm gonna fight for a place that has never treated us humanely. Never. Barack Obama fooled people, guys. That did zero for black people in the United States. Zero. And I know Barack personally. I love the brother. I love it. Right? But in terms of changing the perception of the powers that be in the United States, it had a negative effect, in my opinion. That's where Donald Trump was born, was out of Obama's first term. Right? Then he got the second term, and they just couldn't believe it. That's where Donald Trump was born. So I'm going to fight for a country that doesn't see me as human, that people like me are being hung to this day in the United States. I'm going to fight for that. I'm going to fight to stay, to have the opportunity to be hung. Really? I think not. I think not. So guys, if any of this resonates with you, do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, go get your global scouting report. This is a free questionnaire. It's 8 questions. It takes 2 minutes. It gives you a score of your readiness to relocate. There's ready to relocate if you score 75% or over. There's the Packers that score 51% to 74%. Packers are right up under ready to relocate. Then there are the planners, the people that score 26 to 50, I believe, on the percentage, on the percentile. You're a planner. And then guys that score under that are dreamers. So you have ready to relocate, you have Packers, you have planners, you have dreamers. This is a really good thing that can get you started on your journey, right, to relocate. Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper, and I don't know why more people aren't taking advantage of this. This is a free 15-minute relocation roadmap with me, yours truly. We're going to sit here. I'll ask you a series of questions. I'll explain to you what I'm hearing. I'll say it back to you so you can understand it. And then I'll give you 3 countries that fit your budget, your lifestyle, and what I think your visa will qualify for, what your situation, the best visa for your situation. If that interests you, comment free throw 15 in the comments. Even if you're watching a replay of this, I go back and look at this. If you watch the replay of this and you comment free throw 15, I got you covered. Okay. And then if you want something that you don't necessarily want to work with me personally, I have this guide. This is a fantastic guide that's got a private AI relocation component to it. It's Find Your Country in 72 Hours. It's a great guide. This goes much more in depth in terms of asking questions. There's a scoring system in it. It's a fantastic guide that gets you very clear on what you're trying to do. And it gives you a 90-day roadmap once you become clear on the country that fits you perfectly. Okay. So if you're interested in that, go get that. Here's what I suggest though, guys. This is the easiest one. 15-minute call. It's free and you get clarity and you get direction on the way that you want to go. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. You're right, brother. Obama's a talented speaker and an intelligent man, but the Democratic Republican establishment is what it is. Yes, sir. Andrew, yes, sir. I can't say it any better. Oh, what's up, Sheldon? Good to see you, my man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. Tell the youngins I said, what up? All right. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. I didn't want to make this too long, but I'm really trying to change the mindset of Black men in the United States. Guys, if you're in the 50s, you're not middle-aged, you're old. Middle age is 34, 35 years old, based on the life expectancy of Black men in the United States, according to the 2022 census. It's 69 years old. Do you want to work to 65 and have 4 to maybe 10 years left to live your life? I hope not, guys. I hope you take me up on this. Get your free 15-minute call with yours truly. I'm giving out free game, guys. Every day I get more informed about this relocation process. I'm only a few steps ahead of you. That's why I think I'm an attractive candidate to help you guys, to assist you as your point guard. Because I'm learning this as I go, and I'm giving this fresh information back to you. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm traveling tomorrow. No, I won't tell you where I'm going because you'll see the content as it comes out. But I'm traveling tomorrow. Really looking forward to this. And I'm trying to get 2 interviews of successful Black men that have relocated and done well in the Dominican Republic. Well, I just gave it out. So that's where I'm headed. So you guys take care. I hope you guys jump on this free 15-minute relocation roadmap. It can really get you going, and hope you take advantage of it. All right. You guys have a great rest of your week. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, holla, y'all.